I'm diving into something that isn't just about a TV, it's about a complete entertainment experience. We're looking at the Sony 65-inch OLED 4K Ultra HD BRAVIA 8 Smart Google TV, paired with the Sony BRAVIA Theater Quad system. Together, these two create a home setup that's designed to bring movies, shows, sports, and gaming to life in a way that feels cinematic but still effortless in your living room. Let's start with the centerpiece, the BRAVIA 8 OLED. At 65 inches, it strikes that sweet spot between being immersive enough for big-screen entertainment and practical enough to fit in most homes. But it's not the size that makes this display special, it's the OLED technology. With every pixel self-illuminating, you get perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and stunning colors that look lifelike no matter what you're watching. Watching a movie in a dark room really shows off how OLED stands apart. Scenes feel deep, rich, and incredibly immersive, almost like you're peering through a window. The brains behind the visuals is Sony's XR cognitive processor. It doesn't just push brightness and saturation, it actually analyzes scenes the way the human brain does. That means skin tones stay natural, highlights look controlled, and dark scenes are detailed rather than muddy. It's the kind of technology that makes everything feel intentional, whether it's a director's carefully lit movie scene or a fast-paced sports broadcast. Of course, HDR is a big part of the story too. With Dolby Vision HDR, the TV can handle high dynamic range content in a way that feels vivid without being overblown. Explosions in action movies burst off the screen, sunsets glow with layers of color, and shadows remain textured instead of flat. It's a step above standard HDR, and when paired with OLED, it's hard to look at any other display the same way. Now, let's talk about gaming. If you own a PlayStation 5, this TV feels like it was built for you. Sony has added exclusive PS5 optimizations that make a real difference. It supports HDMI 2.1 with 120Hz refresh rates, VRR, variable refresh rate, and auto low latency mode. That means smooth gameplay with ultra-low input lag, which is essential for competitive gamers or anyone who values responsiveness. The TV also includes Auto HDR Tone Mapping, which calibrates HDR settings specifically for the PS5 so that games look the way developers intended, without you needing to adjust menus or tweak anything. Pop in a game like Spider-Man 2 or Gran Turismo, and you'll see exactly what I mean: sharp, fluid, and deeply immersive. But let's not forget that visuals are only half of the story. This setup comes alive when you add in the Sony BRAVIA Theater Quad system. Instead of relying on a single soundbar, the Quad is designed to create a surround sound-like experience that matches the TV's cinematic quality. It uses Dolby Atmos, which means you're not just getting left, right, and center sound, you're getting verticality too. Sounds feel like they're coming from above, around, and even behind you, creating a true three-dimensional soundstage. One of my favorite touches here is acoustic center sync, which aligns the audio with the TV itself. Instead of dialogue sounding like it's coming from below the screen, voices appear to come directly from the actors on screen. That may sound like a small detail, but it massively boosts immersion, especially in dialogue-heavy shows or films. And when the action kicks in, this system has no trouble filling a room. Explosions are thunderous, subtle effects like raindrops feel precise, and music has richness that goes beyond what you'd expect from a traditional soundbar. So what's it like in real-world use? For movies, it's nothing short of fantastic. Watch something like Oppenheimer or Avatar: The Way of Water and you'll see what this combination can really do. The visuals are cinematic, HDR highlights make every frame pop, and the Theater Quad ensures the soundscape wraps around you. It feels less like watching a movie at home and more like bringing the theater home. For sports, the 120Hz panel makes a huge difference. Whether it's football, basketball, or Formula 1 racing, motion looks clean and fluid. There's no noticeable blur, and wide viewing angles mean everyone in the room gets a clear view without washed-out colors. Sports fans will appreciate the detail and the smoothness during those fast-paced moments. For gaming, as I mentioned earlier, the integration with PS5 is seamless. There's no messing around with settings, you plug it in, and the TV optimizes itself instantly. Games like Final Fantasy XVI or Call of Duty benefit from low latency, buttery smooth frame rates, and immersive HDR visuals. Pair that with the surround sound of the Theater Quad, and you get a level of